Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Tavon Dix here with Now You See Me Music Project in the building. Yo, we got something crazy for you tonight. We talk about building anticipation. Yo, this is if you don't know anything about marketing, period, for your business, you need to know how to get people hyped up for like your launches and your singles dropping, your mixtapes dropping and all of that. You want people ready to buy on that day. So we got that coming out for you today. Right now, we're going to teach you how to do that for your business and apply it today, right? But before we do that, I want to, bring out my people that I got on the panel today. We got an awesome panel. I got my boy Trey 8 in the building. Say what's going on, bro.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Tracy Ellison here, Trey Money, Trey 8. I mean, I got a lot of aliases. Yeah, we got a lot in store for y'all. As always, I hope you're keeping up with each and every hangout that we're doing for y'all every Thursday, because if you put all of these methods together, you're going to find yourself on top of the industry. Like, it's really no doubt about it. You have to be able to use and apply the things that we're going to tell you guys, and you're going to find yourself on top of the industry. So the subject that we have today is building anticipation. And really all of the hangouts that we're doing for you guys is about building buzz, right? But this one is going to be strictly, particularly to get your mind open for you to be able to realize that when artists are dropping music, when the big artists are dropping music, like the artists that you're trying to achieve their status right now, when they drop music, it's not just dropped out of the thin air. You know what I mean? When they actually have people that's hitting them up like, hey, when is that joint going to drop? Or people talking about it online? Are they talking about what's about to happen, what's about to go down, whatever is about to drop, or the show that's about to happen, the mixtape, the next album? All those things, they create buzz first before they actually drop it, right? So these things don't happen by accident. This is something that is meticulously and strategically done for folks to be able to drop it on a certain day, and before that day comes, they actually have people already waiting for it to come out, right? They're already waiting to push that button to buy on the day it drops, so they can say a week later, I sold this many albums. Or in the first week, in the first month, I sold this many albums, or this many singles have sold, because they actually plan it out for you to be able to have things happen before you drop those albums, okay? So, I mean, you want to say, for instance, like, I know you've been through it where you dropped a single, you dropped the album on iTunes or something like that, right? And then you say, you put it on Facebook, you put it everywhere, album dropped today, album dropped today, album dropped today, and you're waiting for you're waiting for it to come in, right? You're waiting for the sales to come in, and you notice, a week, a month later, you got like 6 or 10 sales, and you can't really figure out what the math is, or what the strategic plan is to be able to drop your music, right? Or you got an event that's coming up, right? You got some tickets that you got to sell. They can be $5, $10. Shoot, they can be free. You know what I mean? And you're trying to get some tickets sold, and you can't figure out why you can't sell your tickets. And when the event comes up, why you're almost giving the tickets away at that point, or trying to persuade people to be able to come to your event instead of people being hyped up, ready, talking about your event, ready to get there, right? So that's what we're going to talk about for you guys today. And then we got some other artists here, and then we also got our man Kels that just dropped on. So why don't y'all introduce yourself, man?
Omar Valdez, Big Chief Rain is the name. Artist trying to come back up, and I'm actually here for the value. So I'm ready to hear what you guys got to say, because I had a performance once, and I didn't get all the audience that I was expecting, because I didn't build anticipation. So I'm ready to hear what you guys got to say.
How y'all
That's
doing?
what's up.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we
sir.
can hear you,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Markel Kels Thompson, reporting live from the south side of Chicago, and I'm definitely here to help out, man. That's one of the key things, because we're talking about building relationships and really influencing people for our business and getting the attention that we need. So you definitely in the right spot.
Yeah, man. Over here, Tony West in Virginia Beach. And I'm with Omar, man. I'm trying to get this value. I had a show November 30th, and I didn't know how to build anticipation or anything like that, or, you know what I'm saying, didn't know where to go, or where the location was. My peoples couldn't come because they said it was too far. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that stuff has to factor in. So doing that stuff so far in advance, like before it drops, letting them know about it, getting them snippets and stuff like that, letting them see like little flyers and stuff going around and stuff like that is really gonna build anticipation, especially if somebody sees it like 3 or 4 times. They're like, oh, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Then they go and see what's going on and get ready for it. You know what I mean? Before it comes, because that's like going up a big roller coaster right before it drops. You know what I'm saying? You want people to be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? It's about to go down. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely, man, ready for this and got some great value, and I think it's gonna be a great hangout tonight, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we always deliver, the value, and we take this very seriously, because we want you to get exactly where you want to be. We want you to to the top, because this is the information age. Right now, in this day and age, people are going to start making money by just simply sharing information. People are going to start, just paying for the knowledge that you have. And we have, some very valuable information as far as, really building anticipation. But I want you to right now, I want you to step into, a mindset of, really taking your business serious, like, and sit and make sure that you have a pen and a paper, some paper, available for yourself. Make sure you block off everything and at least put off like an hour of your time right now to take your business seriously and take some notes and listen to everything that we have to say. Because this is what you said you want to do. This is your passion. This is your dream. So we believe in you, and this is why we're spending our time right now to give you this information so that you can get where you have to go. So I want you to take this very seriously right now, and just block off for at least an hour of your time right now, and take your business serious. All right. Um, with that being said, I'm gonna start it off. As far as building anticipation. I'm gonna jump right into it. Today and even like the past couple of days, I've been like on YouTube. And I know one of the past hangouts I talked about how I had my one of my favorite artists is Bow Wow since I've been like little or whatever, right? Cool, right. So I was like, having like one of them days today, like right now, like I'm feeling myself. I got my little rabbit chain on, like I'm feeling myself right now. I done got all, clean and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I was just, doing some work, listening to my music, and I had turned on some Bow Wow. You know how the YouTube works. You got the little advertisements on the side of the related videos and stuff like that, right? And so I see like a little, backstage clip. So I just click on it, right? And it's like this hot ass song, but it's like clips. It's a short film or something that it's called You Heard. It's a song that he's supposed to be doing with somebody that's supposed to be coming out on an album that's coming out. And all you see is like a clip of him in the studio, recording his verse, and then you see a clip of the boy he's doing the feature with. They talking about, they showing clips of the bottles that they drinking in there, and just the whole studio experience. And then like you hear in the background like the beat. Right, and the beat is crazy. The beat is crazy. Like I'm not even throwing right now. Like the beat is crazy, and so it's like, and you can only watch that video because that's the only clip that's available because it's not out right now. And I look down at the comments, right, and all you see is like the fans, like, yo, I wish you would just drop it already. Oh my God, I just want to have it. Like, and it's just like snapping. Like somebody was even going in like, oh my God, Bow Wow, all you do is upload these video logs and stuff like that. Where's the material? I just want, I'm a fan of yours. I just want, the good stuff. Like, and I'm like, yo, these people is really mad right now. Like they really sit here like thirsty, like like I need it. Like it's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's a perfect example of like what you need to do as far as like getting people anticipating what it is. Like give them just a little bit so they thirsty. Give them just a little bit and just make it sparkle. You feel what I'm saying? Because, I mean, the video is nice. Of course, you want to invest into your career, put out high-quality videos so you can attract, the right audience of people that are going to want to pay money because they see you putting money into your business, you know? And then, like, let me see. And then, all right, another one of my artists, friends, he's a producer of mine, Mr. Mad Flow. Shouts out to you, Mr. Mad Flow. And it's crazy because I saw a video of his. Trey, you remember Isha J, right?
Yeah. I remember
Shout out to Isha J. You know,
Yeah.
I saw this clip like he did like kind of like a trailer type of clip. They gave little clips of her in the studio with at Sigma Sounds. Laying the track and like you heard a little bit of it playing in the background. And I mean, it was dope. Like and she has a powerful voice. So shouts out to her. And it was just like it made me want to just like where's the mixtape gonna come, like when you dropping that, you feel what I'm saying. And it was just like it made me want more. So I hope like I hope that you getting that concept. Is everybody else on this panel getting that concept? The artists is on this panel, y'all
Yeah.
y'all getting that? All right,
Oh
cool.
yeah.
That's
Oh
what's up.
yeah.
That's what's up. Trey, you want to expound upon that a little bit?
Yeah, man,
Anything else you
I
want
can
to
jump
add?
in there, man. I know as far as just what you was talking about, as far as you getting interviews, you sharing little pieces of things that you already have, or things that you're working on, and the atmosphere and the environment and all of the hype and your vision. Like you want to be able to share those things before you drop. You know what I mean? I mean, starting from the first time you might make a title for it, for the album or for the single. Or the first line, the first paragraph you write. You know what I mean? You can think of something to make people like, yo, I'm about to drop this crazy thing. I'm talking about this. Like from the very beginning, as soon as you come up with the concept, you should be getting people ready, getting people hyped for what is about to come out. But then again, how we talk about consistency all the time, you have to be consistent with that message. So it shouldn't be a week later you talking about, hey, remember that song I was talking about, or remember that album. Like you should be so consistent where you already have things planned where we're going to be in the studio this day. I'm writing about this on this subject. I'm going to be at this magazine to do an interview, or I'm going to be at this radio station to do an interview, or even a random person can interview you. You don't have to go to it necessarily. Like if you don't, like we talked about building relationships the last hangout that we did. If you're not building relationships with people that's already influential in your industry, because that's going to skyrocket you. Like really, once you find influential people and they can do little interviews for you, or little things like that to release little snippets of things, that's going to skyrocket. But say you haven't did that, so you don't want to build relationships with people that's influential already, or you can't really step outside of your box. You can get somebody that just speaks okay, like somebody that can speak on camera, or somebody that want to speak behind the camera for all you say. Your brother, your sister. Get somebody, have some questions that intrigue people a little bit about what you have that's about to go on. Have them ask you some questions, right? And then just be able to upload those questions to get people wondering about what it is that's about to drop, what it is that you have going on. But it has to be strategic, almost to the point where I'm going to use creating a series as an example, right? So when you create a series, if you think about here's the perfect example. Think about R. Kelly, right? He got in the Closet series. That's probably the best
Oh
series that was
man.
ever created or made for anticipation, right? Really, I mean, when you look at it, nobody expected him to drop a damn movie slash musical, you know what I mean, and his genre or whatever, right? And he did it where you were anticipating the next video. Once that first video ended, you wanted to know what was going to happen next, right? That was your main thing. Like, wow, that was crazy. It was, but what is going to happen next? Like, that's the main thing you want to think about when you build an anticipation. You want people to be thinking, like, wow, what is going to happen next? What's the next thing? And then you give them a little bit more the next time. Like you can create a video series. You can create a music series, but it's just little snippets, of little things. I mean, mixtapes are actually somewhat of a series if you drop it before you have an album come out. Like, say you strategically say, I'm gonna have my mixtape come out at this time, but this mixtape is going to be somewhat getting people ready for this album. You know what I mean? Or the show. You have a mixtape and then a show, and then you line things up, and all of those things have the same theme, or they're all getting people ready for the album that's about to jump out. Right? And you want to give people a little bit more information, just a little bit more information, and get them really building up to say, okay, what is this big thing, this big move? Like by the time you're ready to drop it, it should be like a movement. Like they should be thinking it's about to change the game as soon as you're about to drop it, because you had them sitting there waiting and give them a little piece, little piece, little piece, to the point where they just like, look, like the same way with Bow Wow, like, look, just give me the goods, like, just give me the goods. You give me little snippets. We seeing y'all having a party in the studio. We hear the beat, you know what I mean? They just ready to eat it all. You got to give them a little bit more and a little bit more, and have them thinking about what's about to come out, what's about to happen next. You know what I mean? So it's so many things that you can do really to build anticipation. We want to give you the core concepts and the fundamentals so that you can have your mind frame thinking about what new ideas you can come out with to be able to build anticipation with your market, because your market may be different. Again, you know what I mean? I'm hoping you're paying attention to all of the hangouts that we're doing. Just like we said in the first hangout, when you choose your market, and you know what your market wants, or when the market actually chooses you, depending on which way you want to go with it, because if your music is appealing to a certain market, you have to learn those people that are appealing to you, that your music is appealing to. Once you learn those people, you can come up with some type of series that you know that they'll be able to latch on to and like and keep coming back for. You know what I mean? Because if your series is, young guys just want to have fun, have a party, you'd be like Bow Wow. You'd be having, the bottles in the studio, the females there, the beat dropping, you out at the club telling people about what's about to happen, the album about to drop. You certain places and people might want to see you party and have a good time, or, flashy stuff like that. You know what I mean? It could be something else with women where you have an anticipation for them, or something else with like a smooth jazz, older folks. There's so many things that you can do to be able to build anticipation. You want to get creative with that, all right? And then another tactic that a lot of people use that are advanced in marketing is called a transparent waiting list. So, say you have a download that's about to happen, and people are waiting for that download, and you have them actually sign in somewhere or show a list of people that's waiting. And so, or just like how Bow Wow had on the YouTube video, where you saw all those comments on YouTube, that's almost like a waiting list, because you see all the amount of people that are just waiting for it to come out, right? So just seeing those people waiting, it's just like, wow, why are they so hyped? We're so hyped. So now you want to go research all the videos. You want to go see all the
Right.
videos that Bow Wow put out, all the little snippets that he did, because you want to see why the heck is people so hyped about this about to
Right.
drop. Right? So people latch on to other people being hype about it. You know what I mean? So just using that as I'm just put this out there. Everybody else that's waiting for it, have somewhere where everybody can see everybody else that's waiting for it, whether that's YouTube, whether it's a transparent waiting list, whether it's you trying to sell tickets for an event, and you have a Facebook group event meeting, and you tell everybody, put comments on there that how hype you are, about waiting for this event to come out. They should already really be hyped if you're doing it the right way, really. But if you want to show that social proof of the transparent waiting list, you can also do that. But I mean, so I'm telling you, if you do it the right way and you build anticipation, you won't really have to do as much selling once it actually drops. People will already be doing the selling for you. They'll already really be talking about the things that you have going on already. All right. Anybody else want to add something?
I do, man. You just hit it all on the head, honestly, man. Because the thing about it is, you definitely need the anticipation, because the anticipation brings the followers, which help you build your list. And by me being a musician, one way that I do it is, I put out a little video or a little performance of me doing what I do, and then, like you say, you share your interview or your pieces, and then that's giving value to people for free. And if they like what you're putting out there, most likely they'll be able to follow you. They'll want to follow you, versus you just being out there just marketing to everybody and just trying to give your market to everybody, because everybody not going to like it at the end of the day. So you got to put it out there for yourself and market yourself, pretty much brand yourself. That way, when people listen to your music, they'll be like, okay, I like this dude. I can listen to this dude. I'm looking forward to his next mixtape or his next song or something like that. And that's pretty much what I do. I market on Facebook. I make a YouTube video and just put the word out there. And if people like what you got going on, people will recommend you. People will promote you for you till you get to the point where you basically don't have to do anything. And that's a beautiful feeling when you got other people promoting what you got going on or talking about your music and pretty much just putting the word out there for you. So I really like that, Tracy.
Yeah, man. I feel like what he's talking about with that is like how we was talking about last time, using relationships to leverage, and people are already out there like, man, you heard this new such and such, because they already messed with you. You know what I'm saying? They're building the anticipation for you. You know what I mean? Because if you got 5 people telling one person at the same time, you don't even tell so many people. If you got these people telling that many people at the same time, it's gonna help build that anticipation a lot faster. And I think that's a great point, because if you keep putting it out there, and one thing I've seen a lot of people do is they put it out there, like you said, they'll make a clip of it, and that series that keeps going on and on and on, and they keep just building it up. Man, the when they put that together, the reason why it works so powerfully, I feel like, is because there's already, well, back in the day, it used to be a street team. You know what I mean? They used to have the people had the flyers out and stuff like that with the street team already good. You know what I'm saying? Biggie, whoever already had that. Now we got that online. You know what I mean? And that
Hmm.
anticipation will build that and the relationships and people that already mess with you and putting it out there because they mess with you, not even like they're trying to get something out of it, is really going to push it even further because that's going to leverage, and people that wouldn't normally, you know what I'm saying, look at it, be like, okay, this guy's saying something about it, I'm going to go ahead and give it a try, end up liking it, and boom, you got more followers on top of the followers that brung those people in that you didn't even know, you know? Well, I think that's great, building those relationships.
Yeah, I like what you said by, back in the day, people would be out in the streets trying to, slang the mixtapes and pass out flyers for concerts or whatever show you're going to do. And now that we got the internet as a faster and better tool to use,
Mm,
now you can multiply your audience by 10, and Facebook is one of the greatest tools to use. Create an event and do like a movie does. Throw out a little trailer out there. People are gonna be waiting to see what you got, and yeah, that's what I got from that. And we definitely got to use the internet as a tool to get out there, because I mean, you could get out there and slang your tapes in the streets, but where are you gonna find as many eyes as the internet? The internet has
yeah.
what, billions of people using it a day. You
Hmm.
definitely got to leverage off the internet, especially blogging and stuff like that. Putting your videos or mixtapes in different websites. You know, remind everybody daily about the event that's gonna happen. Because if you're not reminding everybody daily, then you know tomorrow's a different day. Different things happen. Somebody else will probably be showing them their show and their stuff. So you got to constantly remind people of your events.
Definitely, man. I wanna remind people that when we're saying put the information out there to people and then remind people, it has to be something that's appealing to the market that you're marketing to. Like, you always got to remember who you're talking to exactly, because it has to be something that's appealing to them. It has to be something that they can relate to, that they can jump on board with, whatever, whether that's a vision, whether that's a movement, whatever it is. You have to create something that's big enough for people to want to follow. So you have to do that from the door when you're creating the album, when you're creating a single or the event. It has to almost have a theme. Like, you have to have a theme to go with it, so that when you are marketing out these little snippets of things or these videos or whatever you do to give people little examples of what you're doing, it has to have a theme to go with it. So that way you can keep the theme consistent and you can let them in on a little bit, a little bit, a little bit more. You know what I mean? So just for I just want to use an example. Since we have three music artists that's on the panel with us right now, what are, like, give me like a name of an album that you had come out, or a theme that you had with something that you tried to drop.
Back to
Uh,
business.
I'll go ahead, bro.
Back to business.
Back to business. All right. So if you think about back to business, right? Sometimes like just that right there would make me think, like, back to business from what? Like, where was you at before? You know what I mean? Where did you get lost somewhere, or like was you doing something that ain't have nothing to do with music, or was you doing music and it wasn't business like? You know what I mean? So just playing on that right there, that back to business, I would start from the beginning of the story. Like, you know what I mean? This is where I was, or this is what I was doing, or blase blase. You know what I mean? Or what you was doing, or when you wasn't in the business, or you wasn't doing the business part of the music, or whatever your reasoning is for being back to business. What was it before? You know what I mean? So you start with that. So you start with telling people that story. And you could just say that on a video. It don't have to be a snippet. It don't have to be a video. It could just be you talking like, yo, this is what I was doing prior to me, getting into whatever. And then you can give them a little bit more. You can say, now I'm on this path right here. I'm getting closer to that goal of getting back to business with the music. You see what I'm saying? And then you can show yourself actually working on a couple songs. you in the studio showing how serious you are with your business now, where before, you show a flash before when you was playing around with your music or something like that when it was a game or you ain't had nobody there or something like that. Then you show another snippet of you getting back to business, your show's getting bigger, you got bigger fans there, you got a bigger crowd or something like that. And you can show yourself actually getting serious. You can show, you can show an example where your music sounded like crap before. Maybe the producer that you had didn't sound right. Maybe the tunes, the music, you couldn't really hear the beat that well, or you couldn't hear your vocals that well. But now you got a hot producer now. Now you got this big name producer, maybe a small name producer, but he just got a crazy ear. And you letting people hear how clear the sound here is compared to before. And you're getting back to business. You're making yourself real serious now with the business with music, right? You can show that now you got some help, with some bigger names or some stars. You can take that anywhere to be able to show that you started from a certain place and you're building yourself up to get back to business with the music. So that way people can know, like, by the time you drop back to business, they should say, like, I expect this album probably gonna be crazy hot because he got all this big business that's going on where he ain't had no business going on before in the music like that in your album. But now it's like you got all these names, you got all these new fans, you got this new sound. Man, like, he really on his business with this music thing. I can't wait for it to drop so I can hear it. You see what I'm saying? So you can use any concept that you have that if you want to just build on top of that anticipation with the theme that you have in the actual market that you market into, you have to think along those lines first before you think that I can just spam people every day and tell them, hey, I got an event going on. Hey, don't forget this event on this day. This event happening this day, don't forget it. That's not what we're talking about here. You have to be strategic on the market that you're talking to and your actual theme that you have for your album or your single or your event. You can play on all of those things depending on that.
Yeah, man. Like you definitely, yo, man. You definitely just crushed it, man. Like, and
First.
it's really really important, like, cause like, yo, you just spoke, like, yo, that spam and stuff, like just throwing your video out there and tagging a whole bunch of people that's on your friends list and all of that. Like, I mean, we spoke on that before, but like that's really ineffective and it's really annoying. After a while, because a lot of people are doing the same thing, and it's no fault to you because you haven't been taught how to professionally market your business. You know what I'm saying? And there's other ways that you can put your business out there in a targeted way, so that the people that are actually looking for your sound or your music, or actually music in general, that maybe in your genre or whatnot, like, yo, you could do paid advertising and stuff like that. Like, think about, like, that's how the big people get out there, because they put money into advertisements. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just what it comes down to. Like, if you want big business money, because I mean, you on this hangout right now, and if you're watching it this far, you take your business seriously. So I want you to think about, when you're looking at your business and your career, how do you look at it? Like, what kind of money are you trying to achieve, like, working this business? Like, are you trying to, just achieve, like, a couple thousand, mixtape money, on the block on the corner? Or are you trying to, create, like, wealth? You feel what I'm saying? Like, as far as, like, really going into, like, big money, like going out there getting global money, everybody's money, the money that was made for you, the abundance of money that is out in the universe that is waiting for you if you only just invest in your business that much. You feel what I'm saying? But there's always a strategic way that you have to do everything, because you can waste a lot of money, putting money into paid advertising, and you don't know what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why, it kind of goes back to what I was saying, as far as, like, information being so important right now. Like, this day and age right now, like, if you're taking your business into your own hands, which you are right now, sitting here watching this video, that you need to, factor in, like, yo, this is a business. I need to learn about it. I need to learn how to strategically do it. And it's just like, the trainings that, we go through, like, the 15K, teaching, solo ads and, stuff like that. And then, the inner circle training that we have access to, the mindset training, and then, selling just in general, networking, leadership. And just really getting your business down to the next level. And then, like what my man Omar was talking about, with the blogger platform that we have, teach you how to, really get yourself out there, with your videos and your message, putting your story and your message out there is so powerful because that's how people are going to relate to you and they're really going to really are going to start to follow you. You feel what I'm saying? Make yourself a movie star. Like, if you got all you got is music videos out, like, and nobody knows you, like, it's kind of like it's kind of dry. You feel what I'm saying? You got to give some people, who you are. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just made a video today. I put some stuff out there. I usually put out a lot of business videos, motivational videos, which does show, a side of me. But, I showed a different side of me today. I showed a very, like, silly, this is just me all raw. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like, what we do, like, we pretty much kind of put ourselves and make ourselves into movie stars on the internet. We pretty much specialize in that. Making
Yeah.
ourselves celebrities, like we have fan pages. You can look us up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can look me up, Tavon Inspires on Facebook.com. My people's, they got their Facebook fan pages and stuff like that. Like, we superstars. Like, we doing that. We doing this thing just like you. So I definitely think that you should definitely I hope you taking notes. I hope that you are taking notes because honestly,
Man.
I'm gonna sit here and tell you this right now. I don't know how long this information is going to be available on the internet. Like, just sitting here, for free, available to you, easy access right now. I don't know how long this is going to be here. So I just want
And
to just put that warning out there, for you that are watching this right now. Yeah, like
can I say
give
something,
people
bro?
little clips. Anybody else want to say something? What'd you say?
Yeah, I do. I do. I appreciate this hangout just for the simple fact as me being an artist, I know that there's so many people out there that's just ready to sign on the dotted line that look, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That
yeah,
know
yeah.
it's so many people out there that's just ready to jump and sign any type of contract that know little to nothing at all about the business, when you first get in, because I don't want to brag on that, but I got a distribution deal with Sony Universal Records. So one of the things that I found out is that if you don't have a following, if you don't have X amount of songs, then if you good or not, you're really not gonna go nowhere. So the key thing is to be able to know how to market yourself, to know the business. And there's so many people that I know that don't know the business. So for us to be sitting here giving these people this valuable information, it's kudos to us because how many people that's taking the time out of their day to give information like this, to give value like this to people that's just like us. You feel what I'm saying? So it's pretty much a blessing to be here because I know how it's like trying to be an upcoming artist and you struggling, trying to get people to listen to your music and trying to build a following. And sometimes you really don't know where to look because everybody feel like, yeah, I'm the hottest out, I'm the best, I got bars, but don't nobody want to hear it. Ain't nobody trying to listen to that. But if you in front of the right people and you got people that's gonna listen to you, you got people that's gonna push your information and drive it for you, then you got your foot in the door. Like say for instance, you hold a show and you invite a couple hundred people. Nobody show up just off the simple fact that you didn't even market it right. When if you did know how to market, you could have got every single person, and then you could have had you a following. You could have had people looking forward to your next show and things like that. But you really got to know how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, and how to keep doing it. You got to be consistent and persistent. You can't just put out two songs and expect the whole world to be in love with you. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to develop yourself as an entrepreneur because being a musician, you basically an entrepreneur. And entrepreneurship brings business. So you got to know the business, you got to know the numbers, and you got to know how to market yourself. So I really appreciate these hangouts, man.
Yo, man. Yo, Kels, you hit that. You hit it right on the money right there, man, for real.
Yeah.
Because I think artists still forget that the game has changed now. I mean, I know. I mean, you see how easy it is for artists to get in the game. They had no talent at all, right? Probably sound like somebody you could just made it up yourself. 1, 2, 3, ABC, real quick, right? And that's the artists that you see out there in the game, and you try to figure
Real
out why
talk.
you got more talent and why you're not in the game right now, right? I'm sure that's a question that probably 80, 90% of the artists have. Like, man, I'm rapping bars all day, right? Like I got all of the hottest metaphors. I'm the best battle rapper out there. You know, I got the greatest performance in the world. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to figure out what the missing link is or why you're not in the game. It got to do with those numbers. Like what Kels just said, man. Like it doesn't get any clearer than that. If you're looking for a deal, like a real deal, like right now, you're not going to walk on the street and run into, Lil Wayne. You know what I mean? He'd be like, yo, like, who you? Oh, I do some music. Oh, you do music? That's what's up, man. I got a contract right here waiting for you. It's not going to be that type of deal. If you do run into Lil Wayne and you say, oh, I got some music, he's going to expect you to throw some numbers out there. You throw some numbers out there, you got a good chance at signing that deal on the spot, man. I'm telling you. You got some numbers like, yo, I got this amount of fan base. I sold this amount of units. I've sold out this show. You know what I mean? This is where you can find me. I'm on the internet here. I'm about to take over the game. It's a good chance that you're going to be able to sell yourself to that person. It's all about selling yourself, selling your music, selling yourself. Either way, if you're looking for a deal or if you're just looking to skip a deal. There's artists out there that just want to be independent. Skip the whole deal. You want to come out and smash the industry with your own label. If you got your own label, you definitely need to take hold of the stuff that we're telling you because you're not going to have that major distributor that's going to give you the help on the other end. You're going to have to market even harder to get yourself out there in the game. So all the things that we're telling you, it's not like we're telling you this so you can do some extra work or so that you can take your focus off your music and off your creativity. I'm telling you that because the only way that you're going to be able to get into the game, like the only way that you can get into it now is that you have a following, that you know the business, and that you're already consistent. You have to show those things if you're going to make it, period, point blank. And if you're not willing to do those things, you might as well hang it up right now or at least say, I'm doing this for a hobby and I'm not doing this to make it. If you want to use that as a crutch, go right ahead. Like if you don't have those three things that I just named, you might as well tell people like I like to do this. I'm doing it as a hobby. Like come on, like you can be serious because I'm one of those. You know, I was an artist in college. You know, I had some big shows in college and I was with some big names on stage, stuff like that. But I do it as a hobby. I don't do it to make it because if I want to do it to make it, I had to have those three things. I got to be in there, hungry, consistent in the game right now. Now, if I, I was just making a joke with my girlfriend the other day. You know, if when I'm where I want to be and I got all my businesses straight and stuff like that, and I ain't got nothing to do with parlay, I might pick up the pen and start writing. But like Tavon said, we already built a following. We already have a following already. We like no celebrities doing marketing because we know how marketing works. So when I'm ready to pick up the pen, I'm already going to have a following. I can do what I want at that point. You see what I'm saying? But right now, if you're serious about getting into the game, you have to be serious about marketing, period. And that's why we have this community here, just to be able to teach artists about the marketing and the business side. Because that's what you need. That's the missing link to be able to get you where you need to go. So open your ears, right? Have your pens down, and then be ready to push that button that's down below this video to get started. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to get to where you need to go with the information that we're giving you. We're giving you a lot of value, but you have to jump in there and get started right now and get serious.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's just because of the fact that it's not enough just to sit here and listen to what we're talking about, man. If you are serious, like he's saying, do something about it. You know, you can't just sit here, listen, and be like, oh yeah, they over here speaking the truth and they know what they talking about. Because at the end of the day, that's just us knowing what we're talking about, and it's really not going to benefit you unless you decide to take action on that. So you definitely want to sit here and keep that pen ready and take action and do what you got to do to put yourself to the next level, because we can push you, but we ain't going to make you jump.
Yes. But I wanted to recap on what everybody was saying, though, especially with the following thing, because I know a lot of big name companies like Sony, Def Jam and stuff like that, they would find the artists and try to make them big. But now we're trying to find people that are already big online and just making them big in real life. You know what I'm saying? They're waiting for you to already have the following, so they don't even have to do that much marketing. You already got the following and stuff out there. Now we're just putting you in different places to get you even more. But I mean, that's how it is now. You don't blow up unless you've already blown up. You know what I mean? And when you actually build that following, you actually build your community, your tribe, your people that like what you're doing, they like what you're selling, then once you have those people, you can go either way. You can go independent, you know what I'm saying, or go to the label. But when you have that following, you have more options. You know what I'm saying? When you know how to market you have more options that you can do what you want. You know what I'm saying? You have different avenues. Nobody's painting you in a corner saying, hey, you know, that sound like a good deal. Oh, you should sign that, blah, blah, trying to pressure you into something that you don't know what's really going on because you may not be as uh, know as much about the business. You know what I mean? And so when you're getting that following and stuff like that, and you're actually building your name, building anticipation, getting people hype and all the other stuff, then it's gonna give you so many different choices into what you want to do, and actually fuel it even more, and it's giving you more hunger and more desire. I feel like because you're just like, hey man, this is really happening, and I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? They're helping. I'm building these relationships, but we're doing this. I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling myself. You know, and it really, I think that definitely helps out, man. Is when you already have something already going before even the big name, you know, the big brands even start seeing you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do it that way.
Yeah, you right,
Yo,
bro. Because what I've been learning, man, I learned so much, man. All of these big people that you see, that's all they have is their name and their following. And what I found out is people not even getting record deals no more, like Def Jam and Sony. They not signing people to no record deals no more. They signing people to artist deals, man. That's a slave deal, basically, because you got to do like 10 CDs, and then they got to go through all of your material, about 50,000 songs, and pick your best 15 for one CD. So you don't have to work your ass off if you want to be an artist. So if you don't want to be just a regular artist, you got to come about it in a way that, like you said, Anthony, you got to know the business, because if not, they'll put you in a situation where it'll be, you know, you'll be gullible and you'll just sign away on anything thinking that you on and you popping. But a lot of these people that we see on TV, that's all they got is a name and a following, from Rihanna to Beyonce to mostly everybody. And it was a shock to me to know that I'm thinking like these people really making a lot of money, getting all of this off of going off shows and stuff like that. But these people had the same following, and they just got more following because of the things that they've been putting out nowadays, and they previous people that's been pushing us or pushing them. Like we've been talking about this whole time, you get people that's gonna push you, and that's it. That's it.
yo, and yo, that was, some great key points that y'all definitely laid out there. But one point that I want to, kind of make and just kind of paint a picture for you, like, in this business, and they paint a picture for us, in the company that we push right now. It's your first getting to your first 10,000 is the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once you pass that, it's easy. Like it's easy. It just comes to you. Like everything just, the followers just come and everybody just pretty much just does what you want them to do. But you gotta be willing to get over that hump, like get past that hurdle right there, and really just give it everything you got, and don't quit, and just be consistent with it, like, because that's really the key to really really building up that following and really getting those fans, is being consistent, being everywhere, making people see you consistently, knowing that you're taking this seriously. Like, that you're not backing down, and that hopefully you got some talent, so you got some people that actually really want to listen to you, and you got some value to put out there, and then it also helps when you got, like, a powerful message, something that's different, from what everybody else is putting out there and stuff like that. You want to that's what's really going to build anticipation, because it's like, yo, this dude or this chick, is so different. They message is so different. They sound is so different. I can't wait to see what they got. Because that little bit that I heard was crazy. Um, so listen, like, when you click that link below and you start, you get started with this team right here, because that's what you really gaining access to. Like, yes, you'll get the blogging platform, and the training that's inside of that, right? But you get access to us. You get access to me, Trey, Omar, Markel, Tony, and then the other people on this hangout that or in the other trainings that we did, and they're going to be available too because we're all big a part of this network of a community of people, from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life. Like my man Jeff Trills, he was worked with Def Jam or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And then we had Coach Tony in there, like he was like he was working with some old school people, back in the day, in the music industry. So we got some connections with some powerful people and people that really have knowledge of this game and how everything is working. You feel what I'm saying? So a big part of the business is it's about it's not always about what it's about who you know. So I want you to make that decision today and click the link below and just get started so that we can get you rolling in your music career and we can get you started making that money today. So I don't know if anybody else got anything else they want to say before we close this thing out.
I do, I do, I do. I do. I just wanted to say, like, you can try to do everything by yourself, but you're gonna prolong your success. It's best to get behind a team of people that's actually going in the direction that you want to go. So if you're trying to do everything by yourself, you can prolong your success. You can get with people that's already trying to do it or already that is doing it, and just be humble and let somebody coach you and mentor you and get you to where you need to be. And that's it, man.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Definitely, man. I really, really hope y'all really took a lot of value to this and come and lock arms with us and join us. Cause I know personally, I love hearing like new music, new people that Noah has heard of. I love that diamond in the rough. I love being able to see that person and like see their potential and see if they're ready to run with it. If you're ready to run with it, you're ready to commit to this is what you want to do. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I'm not working on a job, not doing anything else. This is what I feel like I want to do with my life, what God has planned for my life. Then click right here and let's get started with us, and so we can help you get to the top as we're going there too, because we're committed, we're ready.
Dope, dope, dope. Trey 8, you want to say anything or you good, man? You good? All right.
I think he on mute.
Muted.
All right. I think everybody, pretty much said what they had to say tonight. Just really take this serious. Get yourself out there, stay consistent. Click the link below and get started. It's only $25. Stop playing. All right.
That's it.
All right. That's us. Now you see me music project. I'm Tavon Diggs, Pretty Boy Billionaire, and we out of here.
Peace.